Hello, Mrs. Hatfield here. It is Wednesday. I'm here to take you through daily math practice for day 3. So let's go ahead and get started. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Make sure that you've opened this video in YouTube and that you're pausing to solve and maybe checking your work, or if you have no idea how to do the problem, then work with me. Number 1. Mrs. Smith wants to give 2 hot dogs to each of her 32 guests. Hot dogs come in packages of 10. How many packages of hot dogs will Mrs. Smith need to buy? So let's reread that. We know that Mrs. Smith wants to give 2 hot dogs to each of her 32 guests. We know that this party is probably not happening during COVID times, because I don't think you can socially distance 32 people at a barbecue. We know that these hot dogs come in packages of 10. But we really just need to know how many packages of hot dogs will she need to buy when she goes to the store. So first step is to find out how many hot dogs is she going to need. So she's got 32 guests times 2 hot dogs each. She's going to need 64 hot dogs. Second part, some of you might be thinking, oh, I can count by tens. That would be a good strategy. You can count by tens until you get to 64. But be careful. If she only buys 6 packages of hot dogs, there are going to be 2 people that are unhappy because they didn't get a hot dog. So she's really going to need 7 packages of hot dogs. There you go. Okay, next question. Stella is using grid paper to make shapes. Her first shape has an area of 72 square units. Her second shape has an area of 60 square units. Her third shape has an area of 48 square units. If this pattern continues, what will be the area of her fourth shape? So let's take a look at what's happening here. We don't really need to know what the perimeter or what the area is on this. What we need to know is what's happening here. We can see that her first shape has an area of 72, her second shape has an area of 60, and her third shape has an area of 48. We want to know what will be the area of her fourth shape. I've given you a hint here. If you subtract each one of these, that'll tell you what it's going down by. Once you know that, you can figure out what that number would be for that area. All right, moving right along. Be careful. We've got multiplying 1 and 83 hundredths times 10 to the third power. Remember that 10 to the third power is the same thing as 10 times 10 times 10, which is the same thing as 1,000. So which way is that decimal going to go in terms of the place value? Same thing on this one. Division, decimal moves left. Multiplication, decimal moves right, because our number's getting bigger here, our number's getting smaller there. Question 2. Select all the shapes that can be classified as a rectangle. There are 2 answers here. Question number 3. Select the acute angle. Remember the skinny little one. Question number 4, what is the value of the expression? Remember, order of operations, parentheses first. Question number 5, multiplication is getting a little bit more complicated. We're doing 1,402 times 18. Remember to use lined paper to help you keep your numbers organized. And our last question, what is the value of the expression? So I have 37 hundredths times 4. This is my first, my second, my third group, and my fourth group. Be careful on your decimal point. Where is that going to go? Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. If you haven't done your iReady, work on that today for math. And if you're here tomorrow, you really need to get it done today. If you were here on Monday and Tuesday and you're in cohort A, you have today, tomorrow, and the first part of Friday to get it done. Thanks for watching.